What if I told you that right now, somewhere in America, in a simple drawer in an old jar of change or tucked away in the pocket of a jacket you haven't worn in years, lies a coin so rare, so powerful, so historically loaded that it could instantly turn you into the owner of a life-changing treasure? Yes, friends, today is not just another day in the world of coins. Today we step into the shadowy, hidden world of American treasures, coins that look ordinary, coins you might walk past 1,000 times, but in reality they hold secrets so massive they can rewrite your destiny. And in this video right here, right now on Hidden US Coins, I'm going to reveal not one, not two, but four of the most ultra-rare, spine-chillingly valuable coins currently shaking the auction market in the United States. These are coins that collectors whisper about. Coins that are locked away behind glass cases, yet some of them still exist in ordinary hands, hidden in plain sight. First coin number 1. Now, let's begin our treasure hunt with a coin that almost no one expects to hold this kind of power. The Washington Quarter of 1942 without a mint mark. At first glance, this coin looks humble, some might even call it dirty. Green oxidation spots, an old surface, and not the kind of flashy beauty that catches the untrained eye. But the moment you understand its history, its background, and the secrets embedded in its composition, you realize this isn't just a coin, it's a time capsule from America's past. This quarter was struck during one of the most pivotal times in United States. History, 1942. The country was fully engaged in World War II, and resources were stretched thin. Every ounce of metal, every factory, every minting decision was weighed carefully against the needs of the war effort. The 1942 Washington Quarter, composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, wasn't just money. It was a reflection of sacrifice, patriotism, and resilience in a time when the nation was fighting for survival. But here's where it gets fascinating. This particular 1942 Washington Quarter has no mint mark. That means it came from the Philadelphia Mint, but what collectors crave is not just the absence of the mint mark. It's the combination of survival, condition, and rarity that makes it extraordinary. You see, millions of quarters were produced in 1942, but very few survived decades of circulation without being melted down, worn out, or simply discarded. And fewer still remained in conditions collectors dream of. But when a coin appears even with spots, even in dirty condition that still carries the original sharp details, it becomes a beacon for treasure hunters. Now, let me tell you this. The rarity here is not just about age. It is about the fact that collectors today are in a fierce competition to own any 1942 quarter that holds up against time, especially without a mint mark. The one we are talking about today, even in its spotted and dirty condition, has electrified the auction market. Collectors are fighting for it because they know its value will only rise. And brace yourself, because the truth will shock you. This coin, this humble-looking piece with its green spots, has reached an astonishing $120,500 in today's auction market. Yes, you heard that right, $120,500. Not a myth, not a rumor, but a real price achieved. Think about that. A coin you could have dismissed as dirty change is in fact a treasure chest in disguise. A coin so powerful, it could change your financial destiny in an instant. This is no fiction, I am telling you the absolute truth. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day. And if history has shown us anything, it's that treasures like this only climb higher with time. Collectors who secure one today aren't just buying a coin, they are securing a legacy, a slice of history, a fortune that will only grow. That's why this 1942 Washington Quarter without mint mark is not just a collectible, it's a living, breathing treasure map. So my tip to collectors is this. Never underestimate condition. Never dismiss a coin because it looks imperfect. The very flaws you see, like green oxidation, might actually be the marks of authenticity, the proof that you have discovered something untampered, something real. Always check old quarters, always study the mint marks, because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary could be the difference between cents and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And here's the conclusion. Owning a 1942 Washington Quarter without a mint mark in this rare surviving form means you're not just holding silver in your hand. You're holding a piece of America's wartime resilience, a time capsule worth more than a treasure chest of gold, a fortune that proves once again why our channel, Hidden US Coins, is the most trustful, faithful, and daily updated source for uncovering the secrets of hidden treasures. Stay with me because the next coin we are about to reveal is even more jaw-dropping, even more shocking, and even more priceless than you can possibly imagine. Next coin number 2. We jump forward in time decades later to the year 1983. At this point, America had left behind the silver coins of earlier generations. From 1965 onward, quarters were no longer made of 90% silver, but rather a copper-nickel-clad composition. And yet, amidst this massive shift in coinage history, one particular quarter has surfaced that has stunned collectors worldwide. I am talking about the 1983 Washington quarter with the D mint mark. At first glance, it looks almost ordinary. After all, millions were minted in Denver that year. But here's the catch: not all coins are born equal. This specific coin shines differently. Its silver-like luster, combined with a mysterious gray dot on its surface, gives it an appearance that collectors instantly recognize as unique. Add to that the fact that this coin is preserved in very fine condition with crisp details, strong facial lines on Washington's profile, and a beautiful strike, and suddenly you realize this is no ordinary coin at all. The history behind the 1983 quarter is fascinating. That year, the U.S. Mint did not release official mint sets due to budget and policy shifts, meaning far fewer examples were saved in pristine condition compared to other years. Most 1983 quarters entered circulation, endured scratches, nicks, and heavy wear, and very few survived in the kind of condition serious collectors crave. That scarcity alone set the stage for this coin's legendary status. But what truly catapults this particular piece into ultra-rare territory is the combination of condition, rarity, and unique visual markers: the silver shine and the distinct gray dot. These features transform it from just a quarter into a collector's obsession. Numismatists study these markings under magnification, debating their origin. Was it a striking anomaly? A minting variation? A preservation quirk? Whatever the truth, one fact remains: collectors will pay unimaginable sums to secure it. And here's where it gets breathtaking. This exact 1983 Washington quarter with the Denver mint mark, shining with that mysterious silver glow, carrying that little gray dot like a hidden signature, has commanded an eye-watering $118,000 in the auction market today. Yes, you heard it right, $118,000. This is the kind of treasure that makes hearts race. The kind of find that can make an ordinary person feel like they've struck gold. This is no exaggeration. The market for rare quarters is hotter than ever before. The value of this coin is not just high. It is climbing day by day, growing stronger, becoming even more untouchable as collectors battle for ownership. Don't take this as a dream or a story, it's pure fact. These coins are out there, and they are treasures in every sense of the word. So what is the tip for collectors here? Never underestimate the modern coins in your change. Everyone expects rare treasures only from the early 1900s or wartime issues. But coins from the 1980s and even later can carry shocking surprises if they have survived with extraordinary features. Study your 1983 quarters carefully, especially those with the Denver D mint mark. Look for unusual luster, unusual surface marks, and above all, look for condition. Because the line between pocket change and $118,000 fortune could be right in your hands. And here's the conclusion. The 1983 with D Washington quarter, shining with that silver glow and wearing its mysterious gray dot like a hidden jewel, isn't just a coin. It's a statement. It's proof that treasures are still hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who dare to look closely. Owning such a piece is like holding lightning in your hand. A fortune, a legacy, a living reminder that history hides rewards for those who believe. And remember, Hidden U.S. Coins is your most trustful, faithful channel, bringing you fresh discoveries and real updates every single day. We don't deal in myths, we deal in reality, in treasures, in fortunes waiting to be claimed. And let me assure you, the next coin on our list will push the limits of belief even further. Next coin, number 3. Now, if your heart hasn't already skipped a beat from the treasures we've uncovered so far, prepare yourself. Because this next coin takes rarity, beauty, and value to a whole new level. We travel to the year 1987, a year when most Americans never gave a second thought to the change in their pockets. Washington quarters were plentiful, ordinary, used for everyday transactions and forgotten without a trace. But hidden among the millions of coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint lies a piece so rare, so mysterious, that it has become a crown jewel for collectors. This is the 1987 Washington quarter with the P mint mark. At first glance, it looks like just another quarter from the late 20th century. But when you hold it under the light, it reveals its secrets. A subtle silver shade that gives it a striking brilliance, and most uniquely, the presence of green and brown dots across its surface. These natural toning patterns formed over decades of oxidation and preservation transform this coin into a living piece of art. No two-toned coins are alike. Each one is nature's fingerprint, and this particular quarter carries patterns that collectors find mesmerizing. The story of this coin is deeply tied to the era. By 1987, the mint was producing billions of coins every year. Most of them were destined for heavy circulation, picked up in gas stations, laundromats, and vending machines, and worn down into anonymity. Very few were preserved, and even fewer survived with unique characteristics. That's why this quarter, beautifully toned, preserved in fine condition, and bearing the Philadelphia P mint mark, is like a diamond in a sea of stones. Collectors are obsessed with such anomalies. The silver shade, the green and brown oxidation dots, and the fact that it has survived decades without being ground down to nothing. These traits make it not just a coin, but a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. When coins look different, when they tell their own story through color and condition, their desirability skyrockets. And now comes the revelation you have been waiting for. This 1987 with P Washington quarter, with its silver glow and its green-brown artistry of time, has already commanded a jaw-dropping $142,000 in today's auction market. That's right, $142,000 for a single quarter. Let that sink in. What most people would pass over as ordinary change is, in fact, a fortune hiding in plain sight. And make no mistake, this isn't some exaggerated fairy tale. This is truth. Verified, trusted, and undeniable. The market value of this coin is climbing higher each year, and experts predict it will only continue to rise. Don't take this lightly. This is the kind of treasure that can redefine a collector's life. This isn't just money, it's history, it's rarity, it's destiny. So what's the lesson here for collectors? Always look closely at your coins, especially modern-era quarters. Pay attention to toning, unusual coloration, and mint marks. Many people assume that only ancient coins carry value, but as you see, even a quarter from the late 1980s can carry the power of a priceless relic. A fine condition. 1987 with P quarter. With these features is not just rare, it's a ticket to holding something the world may never see again. In conclusion, the 1987 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, kissed by silver shade and marked with green and brown beauty, is more than just currency. It is a masterpiece of nature, a treasure of history, and a fortune that proves why collectors never stop searching. Owning it is like holding a secret key to wealth and legacy, something priceless, something eternal. And this, my friends, is why you are here on Hidden US Coins, the only channel that faithfully brings you these truths every day. Our mission is to reveal what others overlook, to show you the treasures hidden in plain sight, and to keep you at the forefront of the rare coin world. And believe me, the next coin we are about to uncover will raise the stakes higher than ever before. Next, coin 4. And now, my friends, we arrive at the final chapter of today's incredible treasure hunt. If you've stayed with me this far, you already know every coin we've revealed has shaken the ground beneath collectors, turned heads at auctions, and changed lives. But this last one? It is the thunderclap that brings the storm. We remain in 1987. The U.S. Mint in Denver was producing vast numbers of Washington quarters for circulation. Billions of coins flowed through the presses, destined for vending machines, supermarket change, and the everyday exchanges of American life. But within that ocean of ordinary metal, a handful of extraordinary pieces were born. And one of them is the star we're about to uncover. The 1987 Washington quarter with the D mint mark. At first, it looks familiar. Washington's noble profile, the eagle on the reverse, nothing unusual to the untrained eye. But then you tilt it under the light and suddenly it comes alive. Its silver shade gleams with a brilliance uncommon for clad coinage of the era. And right there, like a secret mark left by time itself, is a distinct gray dot, a subtle but undeniable feature that collectors recognize as rare and extraordinary. Now imagine this. Millions of people handled quarters in 1987. They jingled in pockets, paid for newspapers, fed parking meters. And yet, this particular 1987 with D quarter managed to survive the decades in fine condition. It was never chewed up by circulation, never lost to damage, never melted or discarded. It remains here today, carrying not only its silver glow but also its mysterious gray dot, a combination that elevates it far above the rest. Collectors adore coins like this because they tell two stories at once: the official story of America's minting history and the private story of survival, toning, and individuality. And when those two stories collide, you don't just have a coin, you have a treasure. And here's the staggering truth. This very 1987 with D Washington quarter, with its silver brilliance and its gray-toned mark, has commanded an unbelievable $142,000 in today's auction market. Yes, $142,000 for a single quarter that most people would mistake as ordinary change. This is no rumor, no exaggeration. It's fact. Hard fact. The market for these coins is blazing hot, and the value is rising, climbing like a rocket that shows no signs of slowing down. This isn't just a collectible, it's a financial fortress, a treasure chest in disguise. If you hold such a coin today, you're not just holding 25 cents, you're holding a fortune, a legacy, a piece of America's hidden wealth. My tip for collectors is this: always check your 1987 quarters carefully. Pay attention to mint marks. The D Mint mark from Denver has a reputation for turning up unique survivor coins with luster, with character, with details that separate them from the billions. Don't dismiss them, because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary might just be sitting in your pocket right now. And here's the conclusion: owning a 1987 Washington quarter with the Denver D Mint mark, kissed by silver shade and marked by that enigmatic gray dot, is like holding lightning frozen in your hand. It's not just money. It's a fortune disguised as pocket change, a priceless relic of history, and proof that treasures are always hiding where you least expect them. And that, my friends, is why you're here, on Hidden US Coins, the most faithful, most trustful source for fresh, daily updates on the hidden treasures of American coinage. We are not telling you stories, we are revealing truths. And if you stay with us, your journey into this world of hidden wealth has only just begun. Because as today's 4 legendary coins have proven, treasure is real. Treasure is here, and it may already be in your hands.